Okay. Experimental probability is based on something that has already happened. So most of our problems so far have talked about somebody is going to roll a number cube, or they have a spinner, but they haven't done anything yet. Now we're going to talk about what happens when you've actually already rolled the number cube, or when you've actually already spun the spinner. And just like other probability, complement is the opposite of the defined outcome. So we're just talking about not. So let's see some examples. Adrian practiced kicking soccer goals 20 days during the month of October. If he attempts 72 goals and scored 18 times, what is the probability he will score on his next kick? So we are looking for the probability that he will score. Now, normally we say there's two outcomes. He'll either score or he won't score. But if you've played soccer, you know that you don't score 50% of the time. That's too much. In fact, you hardly ever score in soccer. You try a whole lot before one actually makes it in. So, on the top goes what we want. We want how many times he actually scored. He actually scored 18 times. How many times did he actually kick? 72 times. 20 is a trick. Now I'm going to recommend that you simplify by 9. That'll give you 2 over 8, and then you can simplify by 2 and get 1 over 4. Now we're going to change it. It says, what is the probability he will not score? Express your answer as a fraction and a decimal. Well, if the probability of scoring is 1 out of 4, what's the probability he will not score? 3 out of 4, right? Now, what is that as a decimal? Yeah. Okay, now this gives you a whole lot of instructions. You need to define if it's theoretical or experimental. Then you need to say simple or compound. Then you need to find the probability. All I really need you to do is find the probability. So it says Francisco has a jar containing 28 marbles. Some are blue, some are red. He selects a marble without looking and then puts it back. He takes out 2 blue marbles and 5 red marbles. Based on these results, what is the probability he will select blue? So we need probability of blue. Here's the tricky thing. I know there are 28 marbles, but he has already taken marbles out, right? So he has already done it. Already happened. He already took out 2 blue and 5 red. So blue goes on top. The total number that he's taken out goes on bottom. 28 is a trick. Amanda is playing Scrabble and has 11 tiles. If she closes her eyes and takes a tile, what is the probability of choosing a vowel and playing it and then choosing a consonant? Has she already taken a tile? Has she already chosen a vowel? No. It says if she closes her eyes and takes a tile. So she has not done it yet. So you need the probability of choosing a vowel. Six out of 11. Then you need the probability of choosing a consonant. It's no longer 11, it's 10, right? Be careful. And then you need to multiply. We are picking out a cake for Mrs. Relaford's birthday. We have several decisions to make. We can choose either chocolate or vanilla. The icing can be red, blue, or pink. As toppings, the cake can have sprinkles or chocolate chip. What is the probability of her chocolate cake having blue icing and sprinkles? 3 things happening. You need probability of chocolate cake. Then you need probability of blue icing. Then you need probability of sprinkles. It has not happened yet. We didn't pick a cake yet. We're still working on it. So what's the probability of having chocolate cake? Right, 1 out of 2. What's the probability of getting blue icing? 1 out of 3. And what's the probability of getting sprinkles? 1 out of 2. So you're going to multiply all of those together and find out what the probability is. Alex spun a spinner 40 times. Y'all, this has already happened. Oops. He has already done it. Based on Alex's results, what is the probability that the spinner will land on a number 4 on the next spin? So you need probability of the number 4. How many times did he spin altogether? 40, that's your bottom number. And how many times did he get a 4? 6 times, that's your bottom number, or that's your top number. So you have 6 over 40. Now, once you get your probability, you're going to have to set up a proportion using this probability to find the percent.